Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? So, second show of the year. This is going to be fun. This guy's been in Nashville for a little bit, and he's writing. He was with a band, but now he's gone solo. And I'm really, really curious to hearing his EP that he's got coming out pretty soon. So, everybody, please say hi to Austin. What's up, dude?
What's going on, everybody?
I don't know. Another damn night.
Yeah, I still don't know nothing.
I never did.
I went to college and everything. I still don't know what the hell I'm talking about over here.
Well, you went to college, so at least you know to tear the pages out evenly when you roll one up.
Yes, yes. I know how to pay some debt off too. That's for sure.
There you go. Oh man. But yeah, like I was talking to you earlier about before we started recording, it's just Nashville's just it's crazy. You've been here for what, 7 years?
7 years, yeah. Well, just crossed 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, even in that 6 years, I mean, it's changed incredibly.
Absolutely. I mean, even the bars that I used to go to when I first moved here, they're either not there anymore. They got a high rise, or they're just not what they used to be. So you kind of migrate somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy as all get out. And did you see where they closed the Wild Horse?
Yeah, I did see that. Aren't they making it into like Luke Combs's place or something?
I don't know what they're doing with it, but I know they closed it all down. And I was just like, good God, man, because that thing's been here forever. It's like a staple, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's like the only place downtown to go line dancing. You know, that's where I learned to line dance with a Wild Horse.
I learned how to... I learned how to line dance. My dad taught me.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny because he was a big old boy. He taught me how to line dance, and it was a place for all the older listeners. It was a place called Denim and Diamonds out in Madison Square.
Okay.
It was a huge place, man. They had like... probably the dance floor was as big as most bars.
Really? Well, dude, I love places like that. There's a place in Knoxville, Tennessee called Cotton Eye Joe's. It's got a dance floor just like that. I mean, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there used to be, I think they took D&D and it was so daggone big on the inside. They added like a karaoke room in the back, and they added like a more modern hip hop type bar in there also. And I mean, it was, everybody went out there, man. It was always packed.
Man, I wish I would have been around for that. I mean, where exactly is Madison Square?
It's off Gallatin Road.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't been out there.
Yeah. And it went away. They had so many problems. A lot of it was the management of it, but it went away, and everybody was just like, dude, where are we going to go now? You know, because you go downtown, the dance floor is usually, it's just packed with everybody right in front of the stage. You can't really dance.
No, and there's not really dancing. It's just like head bobbing and swaying back and forth. You know what I mean?
Well, I did see one guy, he started that little line dance stuff out in the street where they shut down the street down there on Broadway.
Yeah.
They were out there in the middle of that doing that. And I was just like, man, I'd be too scared I'd get hit by a car or something.
Exactly. I mean, I met a guy on the Brantley Gilbert cruise a couple of years ago. I was playing on that. His name's Taylor, and I guess he's a professional line dancer now. Like, I see him post videos all the time. He's got choreography now for artists that want to do videos like that. Like, that stuff, I think it's going to make a comeback here soon.
I don't know. I mean, Dad taught me he learned it. He used to work at Nissan, and they had a country dance thing that they could take out there. And he took that course, and then he was out at Denim and Diamonds all the time dancing, him and Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And he would bug me all the time because I was fresh out of a divorce. And he's like, just come on out here. Just come on out here. You know, went out there, and he's starting to teach me all this stuff. The Sweetheart Shottas, Cowboy Cha-Cha, all that stuff.
Okay.
And
showing off.
Yeah. Just getting out there, you know, going around in a circle, you know?
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, but I never did get into the line dancing part of it.
I mean,
But
I enjoy watching it. I just can't really do it.
yeah, yeah. There's some of them guys, man. They were, oh, God, they were. Let's see, watermelon crawl. They was doing that line dance to it,
Yep.
but they were doing it more like a hip hop type style.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, there's no way I could do that crap.
No, I mean, I remember back in I think it was like middle school or elementary school or something. We did I don't know if it's the the grapevine or something to Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray
Yeah,
Cyrus. That was like
yeah.
my first intro to doing stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know if this is for me, but I'll do it to impress the girls, even back in elementary school.
Yeah, you just got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, I had a mullet and everything. I was ready to go.
Dude, I had a mullet, and then I had we put a perm in it, and I had that wet look Jerry curl type
Same
mullet
thing.
on the back, you know.
Yep.
I
And
was styling.
dude, I was a ginger, a surefire ginger back in the day, like flaming red hair with a mullet with the perm in the back.
Yeah,
I went through a phase where my parents put me in like the rat tail. Like I don't even know what my parents were thinking back then, but they had me in overalls and a mullet.
man, a buddy was talking about that over the weekend. I was down there at his garage helping him do some stuff, and his wife was talking about how when she met him, he had that rat tail, and he had like 2 foot of rat tail, man. It was just long.
He was dedicated.
He was dedicated to it. Couldn't get him to put on a cowboy hat if you tried.
That doesn't make any sense. So you have that kind of hairstyle, you won't wear a cowboy hat?
He would not wear a cowboy hat. Never would. You do good to get him put on a baseball cap.
Well, that's all I wear nowadays. I mean, I got this on right now. It's like more of a golf hat, but yeah, baseball caps all day long. I still won't throw on a cowboy hat. That's just not me. I feel weird in it, or like boots, but I respect it.
I had a cowboy hat a long time ago when I was younger, maybe 17, 18. And I had it for a couple of years, and I don't think I've ever wore one again.
Yeah.
I'll wear something like, well, this is a collector's item.
I
What
like
my
that.
daughter told me. It's a Taco Bell hat. Back when they were doing the Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Selling tacos and stuff, you know.
That is, yeah, you can get some money from that. You probably could.
I think my daughter told me it was like worth 40 or $50, I think.
That's better than nothing with the sweat stains and all.
That's right. Just throw it in the washing machine. It don't matter.
Yeah. How do you wash your hat? Do you wash it in the washing machine? I wash mine in the dishwasher.
See, a lot of people do that. I throw it in the washing machine. I don't worry about it.
Really? I get like self-conscious about it. I'm afraid it's gonna like deform or something in the washer. I need some type of stability holding it up, you know?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never really done it in a dishwasher before.
I'm telling you, it works wonders. It looks fresh coming out. No creases, no nothing.
Well, you got the little cage for it that you put in a dishwasher?
No, I need to upgrade to that. But I just put it on the top rack.
That's an upgrade. We're sitting here talking like 2 old women washing stuff. You know that?
So what detergent do you use?
Tide, brother. Tide.
Tide all day.
The white bottle.
No, I'm sticking to the I'm actually in the Gain phase right now, the green bottle.
Can't do it.
Why not?
Gain and me do not get along.
I got you.
Next thing you know, you got them little heat bumps on your legs and all that stuff. I just can't do it. Tear me up.
I was wondering where all that was coming from. I need to change it up then.
Exactly. And for some reason, it's Gain. Gain's the only one that does it to me.
Man. So do you have to like the all natural kind?
Yeah. The white bottle.
Bougie.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I still got that paycheck I got to worry about where it goes.
Right. Same.
Nothing like a day job.
Shoof. I see you got that Mountain Dew over there too. That's my favorite soda, Mountain Dew.
Well, usually it's I like every now and then to make me a little bit of backwoods moonshine, and that's Mountain Dew and bourbon.
Okay, yeah. When I graduated college, I went to college for occupational safety and health, and then my first job was working for Pepsi in Knoxville at
Yeah.
the original plant where they invented Mountain Dew. I
Yeah.
got there, like the whole family still works there that invented it for like they've been there 50 plus years. Never seen anything like it. It smelled so good in that syrup room. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I know. I used to be regional. Well, I was over the road, then regional, and now I'm just driving a yard dog around a yard, moving trailers around.
Uh-huh.
But I've picked up out there before.
Really?
Yeah, out at Knoxville.
I liked it while I was there for about 6 months, and then I moved to Nashville.
Why did you want to move to Nashville?
There's no place like it. No place like home, man.
Yeah, I know. That's why I moved out of it.
Well, hey, trust me, I don't live downtown like in Nashville. I live a little south. I can't stand the traffic. I mean, it takes at
That's
least
why I moved out. And oh God, I haven't lived in Nashville in probably 22 years.
Where are you
I
from
go down
originally?
there. I'm originally from Nashville, born and raised.
Gotcha.
I'm one of them unicorns that everybody talks about.
Hey, you can't find too many of them nowadays.
No,
It's a
there's
lot
not.
of a lot of college kids moving down now.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I can't say anything. I was one of them.
Yeah, but at least you're not. At least you're still country.
I am still country. Yeah. I don't try to act like it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's the bougie city folks that get on my nerves. They move in here.
Yep. That's all Lower Broadway is.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there talking about a fan base. Hey,
No, they're my fan base too. I love
I'm
them.
kidding. We love them. We
I'm
love
kidding.
them. That's crazy.
How do we get on this topic? No,
I don't know. I mean, that's one of the wonders of my show. We talk about everything. I had Kirby on here, and me and her was sitting and talking, and her management team was like, "How in the hell did you get her to talk for 2 hours and something?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We just talked." But we was talking about how her and her sister did pond soup back when they were little.
What is that?
Well, it's where you just take a bowl and you get a little bit of water in there and you make sure you get the green stuff and throw some reeds in there and some other stuff and pond soup.
Oh, learn something new every day. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you don't eat it. Don't eat it.
No, I figured not. I would have tried it if you wouldn't have said that though.
No, you can't get drunk enough to do that.
So you say you don't drink anymore? Did you used to, or you said occasionally?
Well, now occasionally I'll drink something every now and then. And back in the day, I was real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to that point where I was just like, you're wasting $200 every weekend boozing it up, and half your friends are drinking everything you bought anyway.
Yeah.
So,
story of my life. No.
Yeah, I found it easier just like if I go out or something, I might have a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're playing downtown and I come see you, I might have a beer or something like that. But other than that, if I drink anything, it's usually right here and usually at the table.
I think that's the best spot to do it. I have the best time drinking at the house.
Yeah. Well,
every time.
I got the bonfire pit out back. I got all kinds of stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. And the bed right upstairs.
No, I'm more of a 1-story kind of guy.
Okay. A little ranch style.
Yeah. Me and Steps don't get along. Especially if you're like 3 sheets. Yeah. No.
Yep. Yeah. Me and the Steps have a hard love-hate relationship when alcohol is involved.
Sound like your Aunt Martha falling down the steps. Ooh.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
I live with one of my buddies and my brother for about 2 years now, and every time like we have something at the house, I'm usually the one that kind of goes overboard just because I enjoy having people over and entertaining.
Yeah.
And there'll be some times where they'll hear like some bumps upstairs and like, Austin, did you fall again? I'm like, yeah, sorry.
Couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it. The bourbon got to me.
Yeah, I tripped over a guitar.
Yeah. That's my excuse every time.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer acoustic or do you prefer electric?
I prefer acoustic. That's my go-to.
So yeah, even when back in my metal years, I was that guy that was like, man, do me an acoustic set. Just, you know, and now they're older, like Striper.
Oh yeah,
Striper's doing an acoustic set this year.
that's awesome.
I heard,
Just straight.
yeah, and I heard Godsmack is doing a acoustic set this year too.
Now
That's going to be interesting.
yeah. How do you even pull that off? I don't even know.
I don't know. I mean, because their stuff's pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah, I never got into Godsmack. Like the heaviest, like old rock is like Slipknot. I like Slipknot, but other
Yeah.
than that, I do like the screamo metal nowadays. Like some of my favorite bands are like I Prevail out of Michigan. Like I like I like screaming with a little bit of singing mixed in just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, just wake you up a little bit.
Yeah, not have a little scream with breakfast.
Oh yeah. Well, there's several female metal bands out there right now they do beautiful melodies and vocals, and then next thing you know, they're doing that growl scream or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the pig squeal.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
some of that, but not all of it.
I wish I could do the scream. I've tried. It messes me up so much. I can't do it. I don't have a raspy voice as it is. So
Yeah.
me trying to do that, it's just I might as well tell my vocal cords goodbye.
Yeah, well, hell, my voice is so daggum deep. I couldn't do it either.
I wish my voice was deeper. I wish it was a little deeper.
Well, the only thing you got to do is,
Smoke cigs.
well, you can smoke cigarettes or, let's see. I was trying to think.
Is there actually
Yeah,
a way you can make it?
That's what
get a
it's
little
called.
deeper?
No, it's called what I used to drink back in high school was Fighting Cock, and it was 101 proof Kentucky whiskey.
Damn.
You're out of Kentucky, you ought to know that.
Oh yeah. I just didn't know it could lower your voice. I might have to give it a shot. Literally.
Yeah, because I mean, it was potent stuff, man. It was a lot of fun.
I bet it was. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember sitting in class with a Mountain Dew and about that much gone, filled up to the top with Fighting Cock, and sitting there in commercial arts.
Man, I used to do that in college. Mine was Jim Beam though. Jim Beam and Coke.
Well, the reason I done it is because our industrial arts teacher, he smelled worse than I did. So,
and he probably couldn't even tell that you had alcohol in you. You know what I mean?
no, he didn't. He had no clue. He was
Probably
too
didn't
worried
care.
about himself.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Whew. I can't. That's one of my pet peeves. Like, especially from like you saying a teacher or like somebody you have to see every day. Like, put some deodorant on, or like take a shower maybe.
Well, I mean, that's not going to cover up that smell. Bourbon's got that smell, dude.
Oh, it definitely does. I thought you were talking about the teacher.
Like well, that's what he smelled like. He smelled like booze.
Oh, hell yeah. We had a teacher in my high school. He always carried around a coffee cup with coffee in it, and everybody knew he spiked that shit. Like he spiked it. He's not there anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, we always.
If you take that step back, kind of like a hindsight thing, if I was a teacher with kids like me in that class, I would drink too.
Absolutely. And it made more sense for him because he was just like the PE teacher and the art teacher. He wasn't like an actual science or history. Like he had like the classes that you go goof around at just to fill up your credits. So
yeah, your time, your credits, all the bullshit,
your money.
Nothing like the money.
Yep.
So you just dropped a single December 3rd, wasn't it?
I did. Yeah. Called Way Too Much.
You getting any good feedback yet?
Yeah, it's been perceived pretty well. Like I said, it's my first release as a solo artist, so I was kind of skeptical of like what the feedback would be, but all in all, man, it's been very positive, and I've gained a lot of new traction from it, so I can't complain at all. it's definitely a new musical direction from the band I was in. So
Yeah.
that was the main thing. It's like, man, what are people going to think? Because they already knew a little bit what I sounded like and, how I did things, and switching it up like this, I was hesitant, but excited, and it's all been very good so far.
Yeah. Cause I heard the band that you were in, and that was pretty good in itself. So I'm going to have to look up and listen to that because it came out so I can hear it now.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
And then, you've got a 7-song EP coming out.
I do. I'm trying to load it all in.
I'm just, hey, I give you kudos for doing 7 songs.
Really? You think it should be more?
No, I'm saying I give you kudos for 7 because most people now they're only doing 3 or 4.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I was thinking, like, for my first coming out thing as an artist, like, I wanted to do more than 2 or 3. I needed to have at least 7. I wanted to do more. I just didn't have the songs for it all the way. But I'm already thinking about EP number 2 already, so I'm trying to stack it up.
Awesome. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Because back in the day when we were recording and stuff, it was an EP was, 10 to 12 songs.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that's an album.
Yeah, that's an album now. So
yeah,
I don't know.
What do you think?
It's crazy how it goes.
It is. And there's a lot of artists that are putting out 20 songs, 30 songs. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, just is more songs better, or should it stick to like 7, 12?
I don't know, because I mean, if you look at other artists, there's some artists out there, they're going in and they're recording, but they're not releasing it as a collective. They're releasing a song a month, and it's kind of like with this podcast, I release a new show every Monday. Like we're recording today, but your show will be next Monday, whatever that is.
Yeah. Gotcha.
8th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're the second show of the month of the whole new year.
I'm honored. Let's get it.
And I had a rock chick on, Rhonda Ray, and I just kind of I wanted to open with a rock something, and then we're jumping straight into country, but you're not really full country. You're more.
I'm not. Yeah. No cowboy hat, no boots for me. It's more of like an alternative country.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the way Hardy did his last album, where it went straight, from country to rock, I think he opened up a lot of doors for other artists like me and a lot of others to kind of experiment and not do the traditional country or the pop country and just try something else. See if it sticks.
See, and that's where I'm a traditional country guy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some Waylon and Willie and Merle and all the good greats, I love all their stuff. Conway Twitty. Oh my God. That man could pull some women.
I bet he could. I bet they all could back in the day.
But the pop country, some of it I get, some of it I don't,
Yeah.
I like some of the Jason Aldean stuff, but I don't like all of it.
Right.
And I think his first 3 albums were the best.
I agree. I grew up on Jason. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. But see, to me, Jason took it to like an old school rock with country lyrics.
Yep.
Cause I mean, I can hear some of that stuff, and I can hear a little bit of Skinner in there. I can hear a little bit of Foghat. I can hear, there's even a couple of songs of his that are kind of Zeppelin-ish,
Yeah, I agree.
And it was just, everybody's, rocking the Les Paul in his band,
Yep. And I think it takes an artist like that to kind of branch out and, bring back like the past sounds, like Jason did the old rock.
Yeah.
And that wasn't in country yet. And like now he's, an icon in country just because like no one else sounded like him at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have people like Brantley Gilbert follow him up shortly after, and I can't really think of any more like hard rock country that are mainstream. But
No.
no, I mean Hardy now, but I mean that was a big
Yeah.
gap.
Well, I mean, and you had oh shoot, I can't even remember his name.
Was he from like the
Man.
Aldine era?
Yeah, it's a buddy of his.
No, I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I
I'm
can't.
bad at names, dude. I'm telling you. So I was glad you're just doing the one name.
Hey, make it simple. Make it simple. Well, my last name is Geee,
Yeah.
and it's just really hard to pronounce. Like I get a lot like Austin Gee, or I'll say my last name. They're like waiting for me to tell the rest of it. I'm like, no, that's it. It's just Gee.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of thought it looked a little weird on a screen, so I was like, let's just go with the Austin, and especially with the music direction I'm going, I want to be able to kind of break out a little bit and not be labeled as like a traditional country or just country in general. Like at the end of the day, I'd like to try to branch out and do like an alternative song or hop on a tour with somebody that's not country. And I think having just Austin is it fits a lot of different avenues.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's but that's one thing, and I've told a lot of people this because there's a lot of diehard people out there that want country back to exactly how it used to be, and I'm just like, dude, you can't do that.
Oh, trust me, I hear about it all the time.
The whole point of being creative with your music is being creative with your music.
Dude, I couldn't have said it better myself. That you're exactly right. Like you can't be creative and still do the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's, the same with anything you do. No artist paints the same.
No, because your lives change. Like from album 1 to album 2, that's 2 years.
Everything.
Like you go through so much stuff in that amount of time. Like how do people expect you to put out the same stuff you've been doing for years? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how long was you in the band?
We formed in 2015, and then we split up this year. So what was that? 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So, I mean, you've got that whole, direction of where the band was going.
Right.
And people don't understand that either. Why didn't you stay with it? Hell, everybody grows, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just musical differences, like music taste changed for, I mean, hell, it's almost a decade. Like you change, you grow up a little bit, you want to try something else, and not every time the other person wants to. So you're like, well, hey, let's just do our own thing till we have all that freedom to do whatever we want and see what happens.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, that's a pretty good run for a band.
Yeah. And we weren't with a label or anything. That was the last thing we were trying to chase, but I know labels will come when they're supposed to come. Like just keep doing what you're doing, they'll come. But we were still small enough to where we could do that and it not mess things up too much.
Right.
Like, because there's, I mean, a bigger country act duo, if they split, like all hell will break loose kind of thing. So,
well, I mean, some of the video I watched, I mean, y'all had some pretty decent sized venues you were playing in.
Yeah, man. I mean, we were playing shows with Brantley, Eli Young Band, Walker Hayes.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's a big act. So we were fortunate enough to be put on shows with them, and it gave us a lot of exposure. And we kind of had to grow up real quick because we moved to town, and we definitely did. We moved to town in 2017, put out our first song in April of 2018, and then 2 months later we were opening for Brantley. It was awesome. It was insane. So,
I mean, and people don't realize too. I mean, that's kind of a quick little hop there.
It's a little too quick. A little too quick. No,
it would have just got drunk and rode it out, man.
And trust me, I tried.
Yeah.
No, we literally we put out that song in April. By I think it was May or June, we were playing in arena, and we're like, what in the world? Like, we just moved to town. We're not supposed to be doing this. I feel like you skip a bunch of steps, but but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I had some of my best experiences on the road, and even towards the end, we had our own little headline tour. We were doing maybe 300 to 400 cap rooms, nothing too crazy, but
Yeah.
it's still a headline, and that was fun too. It's just
A little bit
we
more headache.
a little bit more headache, a lot more planning.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I still got the same guys that were in the band. They're rocking with me still. So just waiting on the shows to get there. I got my name in the hat for a few tours next year. Just waiting to see.
Awesome. I love it. Hopefully we can get you out there.
I hope so
You
too.
Are you going to do anything around Nashville?
So we're talking about doing like a little showcase whenever the EP comes out. And invite some people, and I want to do it at Old Red just because it's a built-in crowd. They got the big screen behind you, and the sound's awesome. So I think that'd be a good spot for me to start. Just trying to plan it out. Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's pretty cool. It's definitely, when it comes to Broadway bars, it's more tame. It's definitely more tame than the rest of them. Blake did a good job.
Well, we used to hang out at the stage all the time, and I've seen the stage go through so many damn transformations with sound and lights and everything else. But I haven't been down there in probably, 10, 15 years.
I mean, a lot's changed since then for sure. I mean, I just saw where Garth Brooks just opened his place.
Yeah.
Down there where Paradise Park used to be. Like, I used to love going to Paradise Park, the little $5 pitchers. You can't find that. You can't find that on Broadway anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's they've got some more down there. The Underground.
Yep.
Nashville Underground.
Mm-hmm. There's a little spot on 2nd Avenue that for years me and my buddies would go to. It's around the corner from Hooters, and it's called the Beer Cellar. You have to like go down like a stone steps, open a stone door, and it's just a big pool hall, and it's like buy one get one all day, every day. And it was fun. I love me some pool, so anywhere with a pool table, I'm in.
Yeah, I like a pool table. Can't shoot with a shit, but I like a pool table.
Me either. My uncle had one growing up in his garage, and every time we go over there, me and my brother would just play for hours.
Yeah, me and the first wife, we had one in the basement. I turned the whole basement into a rec room.
As you should. That's a man cave.
Hey, I just got tired of her whooping my butt on pool.
I need some practice. Let me get my own pool table.
I need to do something, man. Yeah. It was a mess. It was crazy.
My girl, she's not very good at the tabletop sports or just sports in general, really. We just we went skiing last week. My first time snow skiing ever, and she's from Massachusetts, so she grew up doing that. And I was falling left and right, and she comes up to me and she goes, "How's it feel to know that I'm better at something than you?" I'm like, "Oh my God, just give me a month and I promise I'll be better."
Yep. And love you, dear.
Love you, but not today.
You're on my shit list right now.
Yeah. I'm adding to it.
I don't blame you. I would too.
Have you ever been skiing?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's fun. It's definitely fun, but
I don't like falling.
It hurts. It might be snow, but it still freaking hurts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing that's on my bucket list, and that is I would like to go out west and do the snowmobile trails.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Because
I want to do a dude ranch out there.
I had a buddy of mine a long time ago. He went to a dude ranch up there and worked the dude ranch, and that's where he met his wife.
Wow.
And I'm just like, wow, dude. I mean, he learned how to be a farrier up there and all kinds of stuff.
And made him a cowgirl.
Yeah, met him a real cowgirl.
Damn. I bet that'd be intimidating, like seeing a real cowgirl like here in Nashville, just because there's so many fake ones, and it's just I just want to go out there just to experience the real country life. Like, I grew up in the country in Kentucky, so like that's going to be completely different in the country in Montana. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, because I mean, I grew up downtown Nashville. You know, we right there off of Trinity Lane,
yeah.
Jones Avenue area. That's where I grew up. But every weekend, my dad would always take me out to a friend of his, and it was a lot of acreage, and we'd go out there and bale hay, cut tobacco, hang tobacco, smoke the tobacco. I
Yeah.
mean, just
Yep.
he worked my little 9, 10-year-old butt off out there. But
I
we
never,
did.
I never did anything like that.
Well, we did it for like 4 or 5 years. But the cool part about it was we'd go out there, we'd ride fences, do all kinds of stuff. After we got done with everything, then we could hop on the dirt bikes and go raise hell.
See, that's what I did. I did that with like 4-wheelers, dirt bikes,
Yeah.
go-karts. My dad made like a makeshift go-kart in our garage growing up, and I've never had so much fun. I want another go-kart now just to ride through the streets. See if they can catch me.
Nah, get you a side by side. You can put the blinker kit on it and be legal.
True. It's all about being legal.
All about being legal, man.
Uh-huh.
You got the image.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't be that big of a badass, you know?
That's right. You got to uphold a little bit of image.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just so what do you think? I'm gonna ask this. This is a risque question, and it just popped in my head. What do you think about people writing songs, off-roading, four-wheel driving, bonfire loving, getting drunk, and they ain't ever done a damn bit of it?
It's a good question.
This is one.
Let me choose my words carefully here.
Yeah. This is a very, very delicate matter.
No, I mean, hey, to each their own. I'm all about writing from experience and telling my story as well as I can. If I know a lot of artists that don't live out what they're singing, but the song is damn good. They have a great voice. I feel like there's a difference. Like there's like 2 types of artists to me. There's the ones that only write their life and they sing about that. And then there's the ones that just want the best song to be able to get them to the next level or to a bigger fan base. And
Right.
if it's not 100% true to them, hey, more power to them.
I've differentiated it between 2 categories
Of artists.
The personal storytellers and the dreamer storytellers.
Ooh, good one. Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you just write about something. Something just comes to mind and you sit there and you make a song out of it and it sounds damn good. Everybody loves it, but you didn't live a damn bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there, and thank God I did grow up in the country, and I did do all the things that I sing about, even like, bonfires, dirt roads, trucks, all that stuff. I lived it. I don't do it as much anymore, but that's not to say that I'm not country, But
well, dude, I got the place out here in Portland, and I was just so thrilled to be able to step out on my back porch and see the stars again.
I do miss that.
I love seeing some stars at night.
I live on a hill in South Nashville, like almost to Nolensville area.
Yeah.
And I see the sunset every night. I can still see the lights of like downtown a little bit.
Right.
But I'm right there with you, man. I enjoy seeing the stars and hearing the crickets and all that stuff.
Oh God, we got frogs.
Frogs.
I'm in a cul-de-sac, and as you go out of the cul-de-sac, it curves to the left. And in one of the lots that they couldn't work on or put a house on because of a pond. And dude, spring hits, and that's all you freaking hear is them
Jesus Christ.
frogs just going crazy.
Ribbit.
Yeah. And it's not traditional frogs either. I mean, we got some I call them sticky frogs because they stick to every daggum thing. Crawl up side of your house and all kinds of stuff.
Are they like rampant where you're at right now? Like just a ton of them?
There's not like a whole. There's not a million of them, but there's there's a good number of them.
Mm-hmm. They're noticeable.
Yeah. I mean, if we're sitting outside with a bonfire, you might actually walk across one if you're walking towards the house or something.
Man, do you do you have any dogs or anything? Do you
Nope.
like to chase them? Nothing.
No,
Are you a dog guy?
I'm a dog guy, but my daughter lives with me,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got 2 cats, which I'm surprised they ain't climbing on me right now. Because usually when I do a podcast and they're not put up, they're over here running around. She's like, your podcast will get more views and stuff if you had the cats on. And I'm like, really, dude? Come on.
Hey, cats make everything better. Me personally, I'm more of a dog guy, but I don't hate on them. That's for sure.
If I had my choice, if I was home enough, I'd probably have me a black lab.
Those are great dogs.
That's
Loyal.
what my dad had them. I love them dogs.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I get my own place, see, I'd never want to get a dog until I got my own place. And once I do, I want an English Mastiff. I know that's the biggest dog, biggest dog out there. I know. But I mean, growing up, we had an English Mastiff. We only had it for a couple of years, and we lived in a trailer, and it was an inside dog. Yeah. So like that dog took up half the trailer.
Oh yeah,
it was the best dog. And I always said, once I get my own place, I'm going to get another one.
The bad part about it, though, is if your girlfriend gets attached to that dog.
Oh, no, it's my dog. It's my dog.
I'm telling you, because that dog is going to come right in between you and her every time it's nighttime.
Oh, God. That's why I got to wait till I pop the question or something. I got to feel her out a little bit more.
There you go.
Nah. But we got a toy Australian Shepherd in the apartment right now. It's my brother's. He's had for like a little over a year now, and it's the best dog. I mean, we had him professionally trained for 6 months before he got to us, and I mean, there's nothing better. Nothing better.
I love them dogs.
I do too.
I like the coloring on them, how they marked up real good. Yep.
I know they want to run around a lot, and I feel bad for them because we live in a little condo apartment style thing. There's not a lot of room, but he seems happy. We're going to go with that.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. He still loves us.
Of course he does. You feed him.
Right. Yeah. He's still breathing.
Somebody feed me all the time. I might love them.
At least act like it, right?
Yeah. Pretend anyway.
Yeah. But like I said, just the English Mastiff. But I'm not too big of like an animal person per se. Like I know that might hit a lot of people wrong, but I don't not like them. But I'm not the biggest animal guy.
Yeah,
I'm like OCD about pet hair. That's the only bad trait about me.
Dude, it's called invest in lint rollers.
Oh, trust me, I got a drawer full of them.
Oh yeah, I got 2 or 3 around here.
And a good vacuum. You got to invest in a good vacuum.
Oh yeah, you got to have that. There's all kinds of stuff.
So you just the 2 cats over there, and that's it.
That's it, man.
You having nightmares over there? Flashbacks?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I remember when stupid stories I come up with, I swear. I was 17. I was dating this girl. We found a cat on the side of the road, and it was a kitten. And she wanted that freaking cat. So we got it. Well, guess who it went home with?
You.
Me.
Yep.
Guess who woke up in the middle of the night with a cat in between his legs, clawing, doing that cat? Yeah, and no, the boys was not putting up with that.
No way.
Yep. So, little Mr. Cat left.
Yeah, I was about to say that cat might have ran away after that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I did find it a good home. I'm not that kind of guy. Just can't do it.
Yeah. Why didn't she take it?
her mama. Her mama hates animals. Period.
Mm. See, I'm not that bad. I'm not that
No.
bad. I'll at least have a cat for a little bit, but
Nah. Oh, I mean, these two, yeah, not my choice, but they do get up in your lap and purr and kind of, it's soothing sometimes.
yeah. I mean, do they get along with each other? I know a
No.
lot of cats. No, they don't. Not at all.
No, that's the fun part. Watching them fight. That's hilarious.
That's like a pay-per-view.
Yeah. And this one she's got is a Highlander or something like that. Some kind of special breed.
Mm-hmm.
It's got little cupped ears and it's got an extra digit on its front paw. Like a hand. Like
what?
that.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, it's weird. And she'll get to playing with one of her little toys or something and just sliding all over the hardwood floor and hitting walls, and that's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see how they do that. Like dogs too. Dogs too just run around, run into things, and just act like nothing ever happened.
Well, we did it when we was younger.
Yeah,
we just don't remember.
You're right. Yeah, we got knocked aside the head too much.
Yep. Dad standing there going, "Boy, what's your problem?"
Exactly. Exactly. I've had plenty of those.
I've had several. Drive you crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was the worst on the baseball field for me. I grew up playing baseball, and he was my backyard coach. And every time he get mad at me, instead of whooping me or whatever, we go out in the back and we'll play catch, and he'll just throw it as hard as he could every time until like he gets all of his anger out. It's like he was the punching bag or something.
Oh yeah. Make that old hand hurt. Oh God.
Yep. He got me good though. I was a catcher, so I needed it.
Oh yeah. You get up. Some of them guys, man, I don't see how they do it, but I think some of them baseballs clocked at like 90 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I was in high school, and one of my old coaches was playing baseball for Memphis. He was a pitcher, and during the wintertime in the off season, he come back and needed a catcher, and I would volunteer. And he was throwing mid 90s, high 90s, and my hand was bruised every single time.
I'd throw my daggum arm out if I tried that.
I don't see how they do it.
I don't either.
Nope.
So you watch baseball?
I do watch baseball. Do you?
Nope.
Do you watch any sports?
I don't watch any sports. Hardly ever.
Man.
I mean, look, if you came up and you gave me a choice, hey, you want to go outside and throw some ball or do this or do that, or do you want to sit here and watch a game? I'd be like, let's go outside.
I do get that. I'd rather do that too. But I don't know. There's something about it though. There's something about it.
I don't know. I've never gotten into it. I mean, I've had a buddy of mine throw remotes at the TV because a ref called a bad play. You know, I don't get into it like that.
Man, I'm a big NFL fan, and Titans, unfortunately, they're having a crappy year, but I'm like that too. Yeah. I don't understand how we can't get good. Like we were good for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden here we are again, back at the bottom.
You don't even want to hear my synopsis of everything or what I think about that.
They probably made you stop watching sports right there.
No, they're Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
We got them from Houston. They're Houston Oilers. They're always going to be Houston Oilers.
Yep. I saw whenever we played the Texans this last game, we wore like the throwback Houston Oilers jerseys, and everybody was saying, like, because they beat us, and they're like, we should get those jerseys back. They're from Houston anyways. We deserve to wear those, not y'all. I'm like, man, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in case nobody's noticed, the Houston Oilers uniform was blue and white.
Yep.
What's the Titans?
Blue and white.
Blue and white.
Blue and white. It looked better when it was on Houston, though. Yeah. Those colors were cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, baseball, I I did play it. I do watch it, but it's not my favorite thing to watch. It's just it does move very slow. I watch like the postseason a lot.
Yeah. When they were, are they still the Nashville Sounds?
Yep.
I've been to actually 4 games down there at the stadium.
The new one?
No, it was the old one.
Gotcha.
I went down there. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I do the hot dog and drink and go batter, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
It was fun, but I wasn't sitting in front of a TV.
Right.
And there ain't no way in hell you can give me free box tickets to freaking Titans and I won't go.
Like, you can give them to me.
No, there's too many people down there, man.
Yeah. I went to a game 3 weeks ago, I think, and I'd rather watch football on TV just to be able to hear the commentators do the play-by-play, because I was sitting so far up, I couldn't see a damn thing. So what was I even doing there,
Well, see, that's where I'm weird, because I went to the baseball games, went to 4 of them, and I enjoyed it. Never been to a stadium game as far as the Titans or anything else. And I've had tickets offered to me and stuff. And my whole reply to that was, why come down here, set in the freaking code when I can sit in my home, watch it on TV, got my own bathroom, and if I want a snack, I got my kitchen, got everything else I need.
Yep.
And I ain't paying $10 for a beer.
No way. No. I get mad every time I go just because I look at the prices. I'm like, damn it. I could just sit at home and be warm and just watch the game,
Yeah, $10, you'd have had a 6-pack right there.
Yep.
Instead of 1 cup.
Yeah, a miniature cup at that. Man, I swear every season the drinks get smaller and smaller.
Well, yeah.
But going back to
write a song about that.
Well, the drinks getting smaller?
Yeah.
If not, I will. I haven't heard it. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, though. That might blow up.
Well, yeah. Need to put it in you'd have to lace that thick in some traditional country.
Yeah, it couldn't be my style.
No, you'd have to really lace that in traditional. But you lived it, so you can write it.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I will. I'll do it. I'll get some heat for it.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's whatever I like. Yeah, I know if that's my thought a lot. Like, if no matter what I write, no matter what I put out, if I like it, I know there's going to be other people that like it too. I mean, there's so many people in this world, like, it'll find the right hands regardless.
Oh, yeah.
So regardless if people bash it, say they don't, that's not traditional country, or this is, it's not this, it's not that. Like, there's still a lot of people that listen to what you're putting out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's just to find them. That's the hardest part, is finding them.
Well, that's like, I ain't saying her name because I, for some reason, ain't been able to get in touch with her to get on my show. But there was a young lady that wrote a song, and it's country lyrics, but it's with heavy metal.
Oh, I love that.
And it's called 6 Foot Deep.
She's one of my good friends.
There you go. We'll tell her I'm still waiting on her to get on my show.
Hey, I'll text her after this. Like, what are you doing? What are you holding out for?
No, usually I'll contact PR people and stuff like that and try to get some feedback, try to get somebody on the show.
Yeah. Well, even with her, like, I've known her since I've been in town, and we were all kind of making the same kind of music at first. Yeah. And sometimes, it's not true to who you are. And I think that's what happened with her. And it's really busted out since then. And it's pretty crazy how that works. So that's why I don't really care that it's not what people are used to hearing from me, because this could be what propels me to that next step.
Because God, I can't. Last time I looked, that song had a shit ton of hits on it.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, she's great at the social media stuff and getting people to that song. Like,
Hey, that's what we need. Somebody that's good at this stuff.
yeah. Well, she tries to give me pointers all the time, and I'm like, I'm trying. It's just not working.
Yeah, but I've got an excuse. I'm 58.
Yeah, yeah. I need to dye my hair, maybe grow it out or something.
Well, you get the mullet back.
What? Wouldn't that be something? Me putting out alternative country with a mullet. Hey,
It would be hilarious.
that might be what works. I don't know. Might give it a shot.
Well, I mean, everybody got mad when that Morgan dude cut his.
I know. Like, throwing a fit.
Dude, they were just a buddy of mine. His grandson had the whole thing going, and he was livid. And I brung it up to him last time I seen him. And he turned around and he said, "Yeah, only a real man can grow a mullet," and walked off. And I was like, dude, damn.
Yeah, he got it. That's crazy. I'm sure a lot of people did the same thing, like had the mullet and stuff, and then saw where he cut his and like, well shit, I guess I'm going to cut mine too. I was tired of it anyways.
Nah, I always did hairstyles with what I wanted.
Did you used to have the like the hairspray hair back in the 80s?
Oh, yeah. Had it all piled up, teased up, eyeliner, whole 9 yards.
How long did it take you to do your hair back then? I've always wondered that.
Take anywhere from, well, it all depends on what you used. Some people would use a little bit of mousse and then hang upside down, hairspray, stand back up, and then tease it, and take you 15 minutes.
They literally hang upside down to do that?
Yeah, just, bend over, let your hair hang.
Interesting.
But I mean, my hair back then was past my shoulder. And then in my 30s, my hair was all the way down to my belt line.
Really?
Yeah, for a long time.
Let that thing grow.
Yep.
The furthest
1.2 million views just on YouTube.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I bet it's up to like 2 million on Spotify.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah,
and then she's doing it live in Las Vegas for I don't know who it was, but it says 9.1K views. I mean,
yeah,
she's busting it, man.
She is. She's fine. She's found her lane for sure. I think I heard she might go all the way to rock.
Yeah,
here soon because it's
I don't
working.
know. I mean, the way she did it, though, I mean, it was in its own lane,
Definitely. I mean, you never heard anything like it until then.
No, I never heard anything like it, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, this shit is badass."
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what we all told her too. Whenever she started doing that, I'm like, "Okay, we see what you're doing over there. Keep it up."
Did you hear me? I cussed, and then I looked up because I'm used to my executive assistant being here.
Uh-huh.
And every time I cuss or something like that, she's like,
I forgot this is PG.
Well, PG-ish.
Yeah, I'll try to hold my tongue. I'm pretty bad about it. I'm bad about it.
Well,
I need to go to church.
I went to church.
I grew up at church.
I still think, I ain't getting into that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So what's next on your whole agenda? We got the 7 EP coming out. You're going to do a release party, hopefully.
Yep. And you're invited with the beer.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Yep.
I will be there as long as I don't have to work. Make sure you do it at night.
Oh, it'll definitely be at night. It'll be at least 8 p.m. At least.
That works.
But yeah, I mean, a release party. My main goal right now is just getting this music out and trying to hop on a tour. I just know, like, I need to get my own fans. I know I have a lot of people from the previous band that's been following me since, and couldn't thank him enough. But I know there's more out there for me to get to bring him in, like and
Mhm.
like a bigger fan base. And like I said, my name's in the hat for a couple this year. I think everybody's just waiting for the music to come out and see what it does and see if it's the right fit. But that's my main goal. I love playing shows. I
Yeah.
grew up doing like choir and theater, and I'm the most comfortable on a stage in front of people. So I haven't been able to do that in a year now, and I feel all out of whack. So I know the first time I'll
Man.
get up there, it's gonna be crazy. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's the main thing for sure.
You might even get a little bit of jitter before you get back up there.
I probably will. I probably will. I mean, even playing these writers rounds sometimes, like I wouldn't say I'm the best guitar player. I just know it enough chords to write a song and play.
Right.
Um, so even these writers rounds, I get a little jitters just because I'm solo now. I'm used to having like a harmony person
Yeah.
with me, and but definitely the first show, I'll have the jitters. But I know as soon as that first verse hits, it's all go.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I get the jitters before I ever do any show.
Really,
It's weird. And
even
even
now.
if you were here at the house, I mean, I'd be like, okay, let me smoke a cigarette and I'll be right with you. And,
Yeah.
I'll just need a little woosah moment,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think anything where people are listening or watching, you get a little
Mhm.
jitters. I mean, not gonna lie, I was a little jittery before we hopped on here too.
Yeah.
But it's just stepping out of your comfort zone, really. Even if you've been doing it for years, like
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't get the jitters before something, you don't want it bad enough. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that's true.
this is your passion. Like
Well, I remember the first show that I emceed was out at Lake Wapapella, Missouri, Freedom Jam. I
mhm.
went out there and emceed the show, 8-hour long show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way. I couldn't talk that long. No way.
Dude, we had, let's see, there was 3 acoustics, 2 bands, and then Morgan Miles was the headliner. And I'm filling up space during each changeover, and when I got there, I was like, I was fine. Everything was cool. And then, all right, we're ready to kick it off. Get up there. And I'm like, oh shit.
Oh crap. Yeah.
And I was just, man, I was nervous as all get out. And one of the guys, one of the vendors there was a whiskey distillery type thing. And they come over and gave me a shot. And I was like, okay. I got this. And
Oh yeah.
but once I started, no problems whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was just getting that first couple of words out.
Yep. Man, I don't see how you do it, man. I'm more nervous when I talk than when I sing. Like I'm a terrible public speaker, and that's the main part. Even during shows, I get nervous after a show,
Yeah.
a song ends, and having to talk in between songs. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell am I saying right now? I don't even know. I remember our first arena show we played with Brantley. Like I was talking about, it was in between these 2 songs. Never seen this many people before on a stage.
Yeah.
And I go, are y'all ready for the show after us? Just like that. Like, and everybody was just like silent. And I could hear my bass player in the talkback mic go, what the did you just say? And I'm like, oh no. And then we played the next song, and then I made like a ginger joke or something, and like the arena started laughing. I'm like, all right, I made up for it.
Yeah.
But I realized then I'm like, I got some work to do about talking in between songs. I need a plan, a little structure.
Well, I mean, it just, see, that's what's weird with me, because if I had that plan, if I had that structure, I would probably flub up more than anything.
Think so.
That's why none of my stuff is scripted. None of it's, I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a off the cuff kind of fella,
Yeah.
and you got to be able to read a room.
For sure.
You get out there and you go into your song, and read the room while you're doing your song, you know?
Yeah, that's good advice. I've never thought of it like that before.
Yeah, just read the room and then do like all these comedians doing, you know, pick out somebody you can talk to in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. I
Talk
do
to them.
that. Yeah.
And that's a real good thing because, dude, that establishes that one-on-one that fan is never going to forget.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else in the crowd is going to love because you're that guy that includes them in the show.
Yeah, definitely. I always try to make a point of doing that.
Yeah.
Just interacting with the crowd as much as I can. I mean, I love to see everybody at the merch table after the show, and I'll stay there until the last person's gone.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you got to do it. And that's what I love about it. That's one of my
Well, I
favorite
mean,
things.
I don't think it's so much that a lot of people, I'm, I'm thinking back before COVID. And before COVID, there was a lot of artists out there. They never went to the merch table. They never did anything. And I think COVID kind of opened up a lot of people's eyes and also started a kind of like a retro revolution of artists actually coming to the merch table and actually wanting to visit and talk to people.
Yeah,
And it is reconnecting way bigger than anybody had ever hoped and dreamed.
I agree. And I think it's that lack of communication for those a year and a half, 2 years that we all felt like you crave that interaction. So when you're up on a stage and you see all these people, you're like, man, I want to talk to every single one of you guys because I haven't talked to anybody in 2 years. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
So I get it. But there's been a handful of artists that don't even see us, before we go
Yeah.
out and play. So there's all different types of artists. I don't knock any of them. You just been doing it forever, or you're in a bad mood, whatever. We all have our days. We're human.
Yeah.
But
We all have our days.
yeah. But the main thing is just interacting and getting that one-on-one talk with the fans. That's my the huge part for me.
Oh, yeah. And I love that. And you wouldn't believe how much the fans actually love that.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get to experience their city too. Like you're only in town for a night and then you're somewhere else. Like the only like experience of that town that you get is from the people at that show. So why not talk to them and try to get as much information because you'll be back there one day, God,
hopefully
so,
with a little bit of time to like roam the city or do something,
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I've told several people, you wouldn't believe how little time an artist actually spends in that town. They got to run. They got to go.
Yep. I mean, we spent the majority of our time as openers. So we would get there, say the show's at 7, we'd get there at 2, load in till 3:30, sound check at 4. Actually, no, we'd have to wait, but we'd have to stay at the venue just because we never know when the headliner's going to get done with their sound check, and then we're up. So from 2 all the way to showtime, we're at the venue. Like there's no time to do anything. So
besides eat, get ready,
eat and drink, and pass the time, and a lot of fans don't know that side of it. But that is the hard reality of a touring musician. Like you don't get to step foot in the town the majority of the time.
Yeah. I mean, even some of the bigger name places, bigger name bands. I remember seeing something, the Iron Maidens, the all female tribute to Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing them overseas and one of their things, and they had like 2 hours that they could actually go into town, look around, and get back and get ready for their show.
See, that's not enough time at all. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. I mean, you just kind of walk outside and be like, oh,
here it is.
Cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
I mean, I'm here.
Give me a souvenir shirt and we're ready to go.
Yep. One of the weird things that I started doing on the road is like I wanted to at least take back a piece of the cities I've been to with me. And I'm a huge coffee guy. So I would try to find somewhere where they're selling coffee mugs, whether it be like a tourist shop or a restaurant there, And I'll just
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. Hey, I've been to plenty of Buc-ee's. It's the best gas station.
I know, right?
Yep. I wish they would get one here in Tennessee.
They got one in Tennessee.
What part? Is it Chattanooga
Cookville.
area? They do. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They just
How
built it not long
I was
ago.
about to say it hadn't been there long. Yeah.
No. Hell, everybody I've been seeing is like stuffed at Buc-ee's. I'm like, I don't care.
It's like a Walmart.
The only thing that always made me mad about Buc-ee's, no trucks allowed.
Like semi trucks?
Yeah, no semi trucks allowed.
Huh. I wonder why.
I don't know. I've always been curious about that. Why not? You know,
Yeah.
you can bring a tour bus in there, but you can't
You're
bring
right.
a truck.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a.
So when you go to Buc-ee's, you got to give me a t-shirt.
I will. I'll get you a coffee mug, and some pecans or something.
There you go.
Hey, I'll die for their brisket sandwich though. Every time I'm at a Buc-ee's, I get a brisket sandwich.
You know, I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, you're missing out.
I always get like just the barbecue or something.
You gotta get that brisket.
Now there's I can't remember the name of the place, but it's off I-10, lower part of Texas. And it's a truck stop and a gas stop. And they had, dude, I swear, 150 foot of counter that just went around, and they had anything you wanted. Elk,
Man.
moose, all kinds of stuff. And it was, you know, like beef jerky on a lot of it. But they had the barbecue stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about some damn good barbecue.
Texas knows how to do it, man.
Man, that I don't know what wood they're using, but by God, it was good.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. We played in Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio about a year and a half ago, and every place we stopped at, we had to go to the barbecue joint.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that when you buy the barbecue, it was by the pound.
Yeah.
And our drummer ordered like literally 2 pounds worth of brisket, and he got so mad. He was like, "Oh my God, I just spent $50 for lunch." I'm like, "Yeah, there goes your pay."
Yeah, but that lunch is going to be for the next 2-3 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he started sharing it. I'm like, that was gone before the end of the night. After the show, I'm hungry. So whatever's open, I'm going to go to. And we just happen to have some Texas brisket. I'm like, let's go.
There you go, man. Ain't nothing better.
Nope.
Of course, yeah, with me driving over the road back then, I mean, I was hitting all those little places. The only thing you had to do was follow like a yellow freight or an Old Dominion or something like that. Follow them to wherever they're stopping at. Dude, that's where the good food was.
Really?
Yeah, because they run them routes all the time.
Yeah.
They done figured out where the good food is. So,
oh man, the inside notes. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
You just got to follow them.
Well, now
They'll
I
take
know.
you right to the good stuff, man.
Oh, dude, you got my next tour hack to follow the Old Dominion freight.
But yeah, that one place I stopped at, I mean, you talking about some banana pudding. You like banana pudding?
It's my favorite dessert. Dessert. Every birthday, I got it.
There was that place I stopped at. They had banana pudding, made you slap your grandmama over it. Man, I mean, good God.
You're making my mouth water over here. I'm telling you, even like in college, I was in a fraternity and we had like girls of another sorority that were like our secret like gift givers type girls. And
yeah.
Mine just so happened to make banana pudding.
Mm-hmm.
But she put cinnamon and peanut butter in the banana pudding. Like, ooh, I'm a sucker for peanut butter. I'm telling you, peanut butter banana pudding is to die for. Especially made from especially from a Southern girl. Like, it's great. It's great.
I'll have to find a Southern girl.
Or just get some peanut butter, put it in some banana pudding. You got it.
Well, I have to try that. I have to tell Julie that.
Yeah, it especially if like parties and stuff, you're gonna be a party favorite.
Well, I mean, I'd have to sweet talk her into freaking actually making me a banana pudding, but
Yeah, that's like a special occasion food.
yeah, we're going to push the peanut butter.
Just once at least, and then you have to let me know how it goes.
Definitely. I'll definitely let you know how it goes. It's going to be fun.
Get that crunchy peanut butter. That's give that extra texture.
I don't know, man. I've never been crunchy peanut butter kind of guy.
I go back and forth. Right now, I'm on a crunch kick.
See, I get on those kicks where I don't want nothing for dinner but peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I get like that with ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Give me a ham and cheese sandwich.
I'll do ham and cheese during the day for lunch.
So that's like your nighttime
Yeah. So
go-to.
Yeah, just kind of just like a soothing food or something, comfort food, you know.
It
Just
is, yeah.
PBJ and a big old tall glass of milk.
Yep. Do you do grape or strawberry jam?
Great, dude.
Okay.
I
Hey, I never know.
don't do jelly. I do jam.
Mhm.
But
It's better.
I'm country, so everything's freaking jelly.
Yep. Yep. Dude, I got right down this road from me is like an Amish market.
Yeah.
They have the best jam. I mean, it's homemade. It's awesome. It's called Frog Jam.
I go up to you ever been up Somerset?
Mm-mm.
They got the whole Amish community up there. I think it's
Okay.
Somerset.
I mean, my hometown was the Amish community too. I mean, you'd have
Yeah, I know. There's a big, huge thing over there because at the exit up there, I think there's a Pilot, Flying J.
that's my exit.
They just put a Love's in.
Uh-huh.
Where the Love's is right across the street, that little itty bitty old truck stop right there.
Yeah.
That's where I always stopped.
Really?
Yep.
Like, are you talking about I-24 or
Yeah.
I-65? Yeah, so that's my hometown exit. It's the Pembroke exit, Oak Grove.
Yeah.
So not the big one, the one across the street.
Yeah, the little one.
Oh, cool. Small world.
I know. Yeah. I know my towns, man. But yeah, it's I'm trying to think. It's not Somerset. It's Scottsville.
Scottsville,
Kentucky.
I haven't been there either.
We go up there and they've got homemade jams and jellies and all kinds of stuff. And we'll go up there like spring when they first start getting the harvest in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But load of green beans, bring them home, snap them up, freeze them up.
I don't like beans. Like that's like the one food I can't do. green beans, baked beans, any of
You
it.
eat chili, don't you?
It'd have to be with just meat.
No beans?
No beans. I can't do it. I think it's a texture thing for me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's black eyed peas. You're supposed to eat them for New Year's. I've never done it because I just cannot stand the consistency of it.
Right. I mean, that's me with beans. I know that's weird, but.
Well, that ain't weird. I mean, there's a lot of things out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't take the consistency of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy.
That's me. I'm a picky eater. Just put some banana pudding in front of me. I got it.
There you go. Big old glass of milk.
Yep. That was my comfort food for sure growing up. Big glass of milk, sandwich, mashed potatoes. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. All the same meal.
Mashed potatoes with potato chips on top of bread.
Yep. Did you used to eat that?
Every now and then.
Yeah, there's something about it.
A little bit of gravy.
You can't beat it. Not, I mean, that's definitely like around this part of the country type thing. Not everybody's heard of that.
I took one night and I don't know. I was just in a mood. 8:00 at night, I'm cooking biscuits and grabbed some grape jam and sat on the couch and was sitting there watching TV, eating biscuits.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I love a good breakfast for dinner.
Oh yeah.
Little biscuits, eggs, bacon.
Yeah, I like it better when somebody else cooks it though.
Yeah, I like anything better if somebody else makes it.
That's what I get for being single for 4 years. Yay!
Are you still single right now?
Yep.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Let it
Yeah.
ride, my dude. Let it ride.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could talk about that, but I would be impeding on who is it, Pearl, and all these other ones that are talking relationship now on podcast.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that.
Dude, they just wear me out on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my girlfriend listens to those. I stay away. I stick to Joe Rogan.
I don't know, man. I mean, Rogan sometimes he's got some good topics every now and then, but I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm more of there's some topics I just don't really want to talk about a whole lot.
I get it. And it seems like he likes to talk about them.
Yeah. I don't like gloom and doom and, you know,
Aliens.
yeah. Dude, I drove truck for a living. I mean, hell, I've seen a lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
Some stuff you just can't explain except for, yep, alien.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
it's
it's better. I think it's better kept that way too. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather not know and just live life.
Sometimes it's better not to know fully because you won't be so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, okay, what if there are aliens and they come down and they go to meet us and we meet them and they realize the idiocracy of some of the people out there and just start blasting. So, you know,
It's completely possible. It really is. Or they look nothing like you grew up thinking they looked like. They're just, I don't know, some blob or something, just
Oh, yeah.
rolling up to you. No legs, no nothing.
Yeah. Take me back to the movie with Steve McQueen, The Blob.
The Blob. I remember that movie. Yeah,
That was a good movie back in the day.
it was. It was. I enjoy classics.
I do too.
Are you a big horror guy? Horror films?
I like the classic horrors because once they started getting into the slasher era and
Mhm.
all the blood and gore, it took a lot of the imagination away.
Gotcha. So like before like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, like before that?
Yeah, I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street was still, it kept you guessing, you
Yeah.
know, because you didn't know what somebody's dream was going to be or how it was going to go. But when you get on into some of the ones that I've seen that are just like pop out slasher type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like those as much.
So what is your favorite kind of horror? Like mine would be like zombies, apocalyptic.
I love zombie horror. I love
Yeah.
zombie horror,
Yeah.
but I did not watch The Walking Dead.
Me neither. I don't like shows like that.
But I did watch Zombieland.
Me too.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Good lighthearted.
Well, I mean, you know, you sit there and okay, which character would you be? Woody Harrelson, dude.
Oh,
Come
all
on.
day.
All day.
Yeah.
Except for the Escalade. I wouldn't be driving the Escalade. The Hummer, I'd be driving the Hummer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was souped up. That was awesome.
Yeah, and it had more guns than the Hummer.
Yeah. My the movie that got me initially scared of everything growing up, it was a black and white zombie movie. I forget the name of it.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, they were trapped in a house and like this zombie slowly walking to them. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that made me scared of everything. The dark, people, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But see, I liked oh God, I had Aaron Mertez on here, and he's actually one of the most well-known in Nashville as far as indie horror movie makers.
Okay.
And man, me and him sat and talked about, you know, all kinds of the cheesy B real type horror movies back in the day, you know, The Thing and
The Mist.
The Mist, The Fog, all this crazy stuff that was coming out, and a lot of old Japanese horror movies.
Those
And
were those cheesy or were they actually scary?
no, they were cheesy.
Really? Because I know like a lot. I feel like Japanese horror nowadays is pretty scary.
Look up a movie, and it's cheesy as all get out, but it actually had some top name actors in it back in the day. But look up a movie called The Green Slime.
The Green Slime. Okay.
And it's kind of a cheesiest kind of horror movie, but it's cool. It's fun to watch.
Is it like a older one? Like what era? Yeah.
Oh, it's back 60s, dude.
Okay. So yeah,
50s and
definitely
60s.
cheesy. Definitely cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the stuff that I was raised up on, and Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein,
Yeah.
That's all the stuff I was raised up on.
I was more of like the Freddy versus Jason, Halloween, all that stuff. Yeah.
And that was stupid.
It was. I mean, not at the time. I was scared to death of those movies back then, but now watching them, I'm like, what were they doing? Like, I don't know.
I can tell you the one
cheesy.
movie. I can tell you the one movie that actually got me. I mean, got me bad. Jaws.
So I've heard that.
I was 10, 11 years old when I seen that movie. Could not sleep for 2 weeks.
I bet. Dude, I saw they're doing this thing in Miami. Like you can go out in the ocean on like rafts, and it's like a big giant screen, and they're playing Jaws in the ocean.
Yeah,
I'm like, no way.
I'm good. To this day, look, I'm 58. To this day, if I go to the ocean, the water will get up to my hip, and that's it.
Yeah,
I will not go any further. Not doing it.
That or lakes, man. Like I used to swim in lakes all the time, and now knowing what's underneath lake, like the water, you never know.
Yeah. Did you see the movie Piranha?
I didn't. Don't even get me started. I don't want to. Well, you said you're scared of. I mean, you said you're scared of Jaws. Have you seen like the Meg, like the newer Meg movies?
No, I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't either.
I don't know if I want to see it. I mean, I kind of put Jason Statham in a higher level than cheesy shark movie,
Yeah, yeah. The cheesiest one of all time, Sharknado. Have you remember that movie?
Yeah,
that's the worst shark movie of all time.
I am not doing it. I don't think I even watched it, and I just.
Yeah, it's too hard not to laugh.
No, it gets crazy. I mean, I even thought the Thing that was with Kurt Russell in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, they were just putting out Stephen King books left and right back then.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember that. What was that one that Stephen King did? It was like a trilogy or something like that. Bunch of them all together, where he was like, meteor landed in his field. He's out there in overalls, and he gets meteor goo on his fingers, and he says, "Meteor shit."
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to ask my daughter. Yeah. My daughter is a big horror film buff, man.
My buddy was growing up. Yeah.
I mean,
I can't do it.
I like comedies and stuff. It's different things.
I do too. I like sports movies too. Anything sports, I'll watch at least once.
Well, yeah.
But
I like The Waterboy. The Waterboy was funny.
Bobby Boucher. Well, Adam Sandler in general, all of his movies are great. That era of Adam Sandler was incredible.
Yeah. Bobby Boucher.
Bobby, my mama said.
I have no idea what's going on. Oh, okay. Fun stuff.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that movie was crazy.
That's what's fun about having a studio in your house. People are always running around somewhere.
I thought you were looking at the cats for a second.
No, the cats are asleep over there, believe it or not.
No.
Well, they're awake now. They're just kind of looking around. Surprised they ain't been over here bugging the hell out of me.
I know. I kind of want to see him now.
Well, you just have to bring your ass up here.
Hey, I didn't get the invite. Maybe next time.
It was extended. It just
Got broke.
lost in translation.
Yes. Yes.
All
Man,
right,
yeah.
your website is being built right now.
Yes, sir.
austinmusic.com. I'm
Yep.
actually going to put a link to it on mine. So that way, you know, somebody down the road will be like, hey, I like this guy. I want to see what is.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
be
I
up by
appreciate it.
then.
Yep. It's austinmusic.com.
austinmusic.com. So it'll be cool. So y'all stay tuned, and his website will be up and working shortly. And dude, I look forward to the EP, man. I can't wait to hear it.
I appreciate it. I can't wait for it to get out, man. I've been working on it all year long and just spinning my wheels, just trying to get this stuff out.
At least you did it the right way. You know, I mean, you didn't just jump out of the band and go straight in trying to, you know, release other people's music or something like that. You actually took the time.
Yeah. And I wanted to have it all done before I started putting stuff out because I didn't want to, you know, go solo, put out one song and then racing to make the next one and
Right.
so on and so forth. So I wanted to, it took me a little longer than I expected, but I wanted to have everything done. So there's no wait time in between these songs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool as all get out. Well, dude, man, we appreciate you being on.
Appreciate you for having me. Seriously. I love talking to you.
Yeah. And, we're going to have you on again, but you know, you're going to be over there.
Love it. I'm down. I'm down. I'll bring some banana pudding and some beer. I don't know. Well, have a good old sit down.
Exactly. All right, dude. Appreciate you. And hang tight. And we'll be right back with then you're going to talk some more off camera.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate you for having me, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, Austin. Remember, everybody, austinmusic.com when it gets done. So we'll see you mo later.
See ya.
Bye.